$1 billion American debt in this time? Or he even asked for the debt that's in all the world, for that matter. What's going to happen?
Well, here's the interesting thing: is the Shemitah, biblically deals with debt, wipes debt away.
Oh, well, I like that.
Yeah, you like that.
But I think you're going to head towards something I don't like.
That's right. It could be good or not. And so what's happening? The interesting thing is the cycles of the Shemitah have been stronger. When I looked at this after the book, have been most powerful when the debt levels were the highest. That's when it is. Now we are right now at an astronomical. We've never in the history of the world have had this debt level. It's not that America forgives the debts get forgiven, in this judgment form, but they cause collapse, and that's what's happened in the last ones. The debt level, as the debt level rises, the effect of the Shemitah has been more powerful each time, and we are now at the precipice of debt.
Another question on the economy.
Yes, Ray and Carol Ann are asking, should Christians get out of the stock market at this time period?
Okay, I'm not a financial analyst, but I will say this, I can speak personally. And personally, I would not feel safe having my investment in the well-being of the stock market right now. I would not. I believe that is for safety. I believe that it's wise to be safe financially. I believe it's also wise to, and I'm not a survivalist, I'm a revivalist, but I believe it's wise to also have essentials on hand if things break down for a time, that you can also bless others. There are those who are investing against the stock market, but what I'm saying is I would not have my faith in the American or the world stock market system. Even I would be careful about the banking system.
You're a careful person anyway. Another question.
One more that came in, and it's from Janie, but honestly, a lot of people are asking this. Would it be wise to convert cash to silver or gold?
Well, again, I'm not a financial analyst. I would say is that silver and gold are hedges against the dollar. But it depends if you have deflation or inflation. It can go either way, but it's a hedge. So I think it's not unwise to have some of these hedges.
Well, I think the diversification is a good idea, yeah. But I can tell you I have personally heard from God in one arena that just came up, and that is to have silver in your possession. I believe something's going to happen with silver that will cause it to skyrocket. So that's what God told me. I'm just a good Jewish secretary. Jonathan, when you addressed congressmen and senators, you were speaking like the prophet Jeremiah. Let's go to that clip right now.
When the leaders of ancient Israel turned away from God, when they abolished his precepts and broke his covenant, they did so in the shadow of Moses, whose voice cried out to them in warning. Mr. President, when you address the nation from this house, look up above the senators and the representatives, above the Supreme Court justices, and above the invited guests, and you'll see a face, the only full visage in that wall. Looking back at you, it is the face of Moses. And if that face could speak, it would say this: no man can overrule the laws of God, no order can annul the order of God, and no judgment of man can stand against the judgments of God. Invoke not his judgment, but choose life. Lead in the way of repentance. Invoke the grace of God that he might have mercy on this land. We've come to a most critical moment. Tonight, America stands at the crossroads. We will trust in the name of the Lord our God, in the name above all names, above all kings, above all powers. We will trust in the only name given by which we can be saved. We will trust in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Messiah, the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords, the Judge of all judges, the light of the world, the glory of Israel, the foundation stone upon which this nation came into existence, and the only answer, the only chance, and the only hope that America has, that it might once again shine with the light of the fire of the presence of the glory of the living God, and not
Yes, hallelujah.
God. Thank you.
Okay, Jonathan, what was the significance in your mind of being able to address these powerful people?
Since the Harbinger began, there's been this connection with Washington. God keeps opening the door for Washington. Every member of Congress pretty much has received the Harbinger and the mystery of the Shemitah. Presidential candidates are endorsing it. I believe there's a reason of speaking this, because in the Bible, God always causes warnings or prophetic alarms to go to the kings or to the thrones. And so the Lord has opened that door. I believe that's the reason, because God warns before judgment, and he wants the highest house of the land to know that.
There is a specific biblical warning that usually happens historically before judgment. When we come back, I want Jonathan to explain this, but even more important than that, God has shown him what is going to happen and what we should do about it. Don't go away.